Hey everybody, your name here, and welcome to a deep dive into the wild world of dudes! We're talking about the labels, the stereotypes, the whole shebang, from the alphas to the sigmas, the gammas to the omegas. We're gonna break down these modern male identities and see what makes each one tick. Get ready for some serious analysis, some questionable jokes, and maybe even a little introspection along the way. Let's do this! Alright, let's kick things off with the alphas. You know the type, confident, assertive, always taking charge. They walk into a room like they own the place, radiating this aura of "I'm in control." They're often natural leaders, the ones people gravitate towards. But hold on, before we crown them kings, let's remember, being loud doesn't automatically equal being right. Sometimes those alpha tendencies can tip over into arrogance or aggression. It's a fine line, my friends, a fine line. Next up, we've got the betas. These individuals are often seen as the quieter, more reserved counterparts to the alphas. But there's so much more to them than meets the eye. Now, betas often get painted as the supportive friends, the reliable teammates, the ones who always have your back. They are the glue that holds groups together, the unsung heroes who ensure everything runs smoothly. They are the ones who step in when things get tough, offering a helping hand or a shoulder to lean on. Their presence is often felt more than seen, and their contributions, though sometimes overlooked, are invaluable. Betas are often seen as more cooperative, less interested in being the center of attention. They thrive in environments where teamwork and collaboration are key. They are the ones who listen, who mediate, who bring people together. But here's the thing, can we really box people into these neat little categories? Are betas truly content with being in the shadows, or is there more to their story? Some betas might be perfectly happy supporting others, finding fulfillment in helping their friends and teammates succeed. They might not seek the spotlight, but their influence is undeniable. Others, however, might be biding their time, waiting for the right moment to step into the limelight. They might have ambitions and dreams that they are quietly working towards, ready to seize opportunities when they arise. The truth is, people are complex and multifaceted. We can't always predict how someone will act based on a simple label. Betas, like everyone else, have their own unique strengths, weaknesses, and aspirations. So the next time you think about betas, remember that they are more than just the reliable right-hand man. They are individuals with their own stories, their own journeys, and their own moments to shine. The answer, my friends, is probably more complicated than we think. Now let's talk about the gammas. These are the introspective ones, the deep thinkers, the ones driven by their own internal compass. They're often creative, intellectual, and deeply passionate about their interests. Gammas march to the beat of their own drum, and they're not afraid to go against the grain. They're not necessarily loners, but they value their independence and need their space to recharge. They're the artists, the writers, the innovators, the ones who see the world a little differently. And thank goodness for that, right? Chapter 4. Omegas, Masters of Their Own Universe. Time to shine a light on the Omegas. These individuals are often misunderstood, but they are the true pioneers of self-reliance and independence. They walk a path less traveled, often alone but always with purpose and conviction. These are the true, independent souls, the ones who find solace in solitude and strength in their own company. They are the dreamers, the thinkers, and the doers who don't need a crowd to validate their worth. The ones who forge their own path, undeterred by the opinions of others. They are the trailblazers who carve out their own destiny, often in the face of adversity and skepticism, and don't need anyone's approval to do it. Their confidence comes from within, a deep-seated belief in their own abilities and vision. They are the architects of their own lives, building a world that reflects their true selves. They're comfortable in their own skin, embracing their uniqueness and individuality. They don't conform to societal norms or expectations, but rather, they celebrate their differences. Content with their own company, they find joy in the simple pleasures of life. Whether it's a quiet moment of reflection or an adventurous journey, they are at peace with themselves, and perfectly happy to do their own thing. They don't seek validation from others, but rather, they find fulfillment in their own pursuits and passions. Omegas don't seek validation from the crowd, they find it within themselves. They are self-sufficient and self-assured, knowing that their worth is not determined by external approval. They find it within themselves. Their inner strength and resilience are their guiding stars, leading them through life's challenges with grace and determination. They're not afraid to be different, to stand out in a world that often values conformity. They embrace their quirks and idiosyncrasies, knowing that these are what make them unique. To challenge the status quo, they are the rebels with a cause, pushing boundaries and questioning norms. They are the innovators and the visionaries who see the world differently, or to simply exist on their own terms. They live life on their own terms, unapologetically and authentically. They are the masters of their own universe, creating a life that is true to who they are. In a world obsessed with fitting in, they remind us that true happiness comes from being true to oneself. They are the living proof that you don't need to follow the crowd to find your place in the world. Omegas remind us that being true to yourself is the ultimate act of rebellion. They inspire us to embrace our individuality and to live life on our own terms, is the ultimate act of rebellion. In their quiet strength and unwavering resolve, they show us that the greatest journey we can undertake is the one that leads us to our true selves. Chapter 5. Sigmas, the lone wolves who lead from the shadows. Alright, time to talk about the Sigmas, the enigmatic lone wolves of the group. Sigmas share some similarities with Alphas. They're often charismatic, driven, and natural leaders, but here's the twist: they don't crave the spotlight. They're comfortable operating outside the traditional hierarchy, marching to the beat of their own drum. Think of them as the rebels with a cause, the ones who challenge the system while also playing by their own rules. They're a fascinating bunch, these Sigmas. Chapter 6. Beyond the labels, embracing the spectrum of you. So, we've covered a lot of ground here, from alphas to omegas and everything in between. Each label has given us a framework to understand different personality traits and approaches to life. But here's the thing, these labels are just a starting point. They offer a way to begin understanding the vast array of human behaviors and characteristics. But here's the thing, these labels are just a starting point. They are not meant to confine us or limit our potential. Instead, they serve as a lens through which we can view the diverse spectrum of human nature. Think of them as tools that help us navigate the complexities of our personalities and those of others. They're a way to understand different personality traits, different approaches to life. But the truth is, most of us don't fit neatly into any one box. We are multifaceted individuals with a blend of traits that make us unique. It's this blend that makes life so rich and interesting. But the truth is, most of us don't fit neatly into any one box. We're complex, ever-evolving beings with the capacity to surprise ourselves and each other. Our personalities are not static. They change and grow with our experiences, our environments, and our interactions with others. This fluidity is what makes us human. We're complex, ever-evolving beings with the capacity to surprise ourselves and each other. Maybe you're a little bit alpha, a little bit gamma, with a dash of omega thrown in for good measure. And that's awesome! Embracing this complexity allows us to be more empathetic and understanding towards ourselves and others. Maybe you're a little bit alpha, a little bit gamma, with a dash of omega thrown in for good measure. And that's awesome. It means you have the strength to lead, the wisdom to reflect, and the flexibility to adapt. This unique combination of traits is what makes you, you. So let's celebrate this diversity within ourselves and in others. Let's move beyond the labels and embrace the full spectrum of who we are. Embracing the spectrum of you means recognizing that you are not defined by a single trait or label. It means understanding that you have the power to grow, change, and evolve. It means celebrating your strengths and acknowledging your weaknesses, knowing that both are essential parts of who you are. It means celebrating your strengths and acknowledging your weaknesses, knowing that both are essential parts of who you are. By doing so, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. You become more resilient, more adaptable, and more compassionate. You learn to appreciate the beauty of diversity, not just in others, but within yourself. You learn to appreciate the beauty of diversity, not just in others, but within yourself. This journey of self-discovery is ongoing, and it's one of the most rewarding experiences you can have. So, take the time to explore the different facets of your personality, embrace the spectrum of you, and encourage others to do the same. Embrace the spectrum of you, and encourage others to do the same. By doing so, we create a more inclusive, understanding, and compassionate world. A world where everyone feels valued and accepted for who they are. A world where we can all thrive together. A world where everyone feels valued and accepted for who they are. A world where we can all thrive together. So let's move beyond the labels and embrace the full spectrum of who we are. Let's celebrate our unique blend of traits and the richness they bring to our lives. After all, it's this diversity that makes us truly human. Outro: The Real You is pretty awesome. And there you have it, a quick rundown of the different types of guys in today's world. Remember, these categories are just a way to understand different personality traits, and everyone is unique. The most important thing is to be true to yourself, embrace your strengths, and never be afraid to defy expectations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, stay awesome.